Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. There's a lot to talk about this past week that happened in the USL Championship. But before we begin, if you could just like this video to kind of get that exposure out there of the USL Championship, it really helps me out. It really helps the channel, and it really helps with the growth of the game. Because it seems like right now we need it more than ever, because what just happened in Indianapolis, I mean, I can't believe it. Out of nowhere, it seems like even the owner of the Indy 11 was surprised by this news, because out of nowhere, the mayor of Indianapolis came out and said that they wanted to get an MLS team when they already have Indy 11. And we already know what that means. If that happens, you can kind of almost for sure guarantee a goodbye Indy 11, which is a shock because this team, I mean, it has a culture already there in the championship. But I mean, you have different examples. You have Miami, Charlotte, San Diego Loyal. These teams have folded. Well, San Diego Loyal has folded, but Miami and Charlotte, you have seen attendance dwindle down because of that. You have Charlotte FC that came into the MLS, and then you have obviously Inter Miami and Messi, what they're doing over there. So that's going to hurt the market, but it's such a big deal because you already had plans of a new stadium coming to Indianapolis. They had already agreed. It seemed like it was moving in the right direction. 11 Park was going to be this huge thing for Indianapolis. It was more than $1 billion to invest in this new stadium and hotels and different stores that they were going to have there. So, I mean, you go from this, you know, wow. I mean, the renderings just looked amazing. It looked very state of the art. It looked great to see. To have that type of a soccer specific stadium in the USL Championship, it only showed of the growth of the league and how serious owners were about their teams. The investment moving forward, soccer is growing. And so you wanted to see this. And then you get hit with this shocking news that for some reason the owner wants to have MLS come in. I mean, out of nowhere, you don't know why. There's an unspecified group or person you can kind of say was maybe whispering in the ear of the mayor or told them something, or Don Garber. I mean, we don't know, but for some reason they felt the opportunity was there to say, hey, we can get this done. But here's the thing. I read an article from James Briggs, and it was a harsh article. It was very critical, but at the same time, guys, I actually kind of believe with what he said to some degree, because they were building a 20,000 seat stadium, and where they play right now in Indianapolis, guys, you see the pictures, you see the videos of the games, and it's not full. It is not full. So in the article, James says that they bring in less than half of what the new stadium occupied. And you know that saying, if you build it, they will come. There is no guarantee of that happening because, for example, Charlotte Independence, their stadium, they renovated, and now they can't, it seems like they were getting less than what they were before the renovation. So those type of upgrades can sometimes hurt you. And it seems like with this in the article, it was true because you can see it. I think now more than ever, this could maybe be a stunt where you had what Save the Crew was. They said they were moving that team to Austin because of so-and-so, and look what happened. Save the Crew became a thing, and everyone was trying to save it. Everyone was voicing about it. You had professionals, even different leagues talking about it, or you had even like different countries talking about it. So it could be a possibility that was maybe this is something that could come of that too with Indy 11. Now you have the attention. You have different people talking about it. So it could be a good thing because this happened, that Indy 11 might be able to be saved. I mean, I'm not saying they're moving or that's it, you know, it's over, but you just have to look at the stats of what happens when MLS comes into the market and they poach these teams. But also with that article of how critical it was, it can also be an eye-opening thing. If you live in Indiana, I mean, go support Indy 11. If you live there, show out to the games and have those banners, you know, save Indy, save the 11, so that more word can come out. And then if you have a platform, talk about it, you know, try to save this team so that the USL Championship doesn't keep losing teams, so that MLS doesn't keep poaching teams. There's no denying that the USL Championship is growing. You have a bunch of people talking about it. Attendance is growing. And then, I mean, for example, there's Tactical Manager TV just came out with a great report on the USL Championship. So it is growing. There are eyeballs here. There are people coming to the USL and seeing that it's a very good competitive league. And I also agree that a part of the reason why the USL Championship isn't as successful is because of that minor league status. Or even if you have a professional team in these these cities, for some reason people don't go to games because they see minor league or I don't know what it is. But I mean, if I love the sport of soccer and there's a team near me, why would I not attend? I would go support them because I think of, like, for example, right now, Charlotte Independence, that's a team that really sticks out to me right now because I remember when they first came into the MLS, it was almost a sold out NFL stadium. And it's like, what happened? How did these fans all of a sudden come and support soccer when there was already a team already there? So you have to ask the question, is it because it's a minor league team? But that shouldn't matter. If you love the sport, you should still attend and go support the team that lives near you. So we shall see what happens with Indy. Like the article said with James Briggs too, this is just a proposal and it's not even in city council yet. So it could very well be rejected. It could very well be just be this announcement and nothing more. So we shall see, because also Indy 11 has tried to go into the MLS and they have failed twice. So I don't know, maybe MLS just doesn't see a market there and this will just be another way of them saying it's not going to work. So we shall see what happens. It's all very new. If you can, go to these games and go show out. And with that, guys, I mean, thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments what you think is going to happen. Do you guys think that Indianapolis could join the MLS, or was it all just talk to kind of get more eyeballs to Indy 11? Please let me know what you guys think, and I will see you all on the next one.